Hi guys, it's Sam. Today I'm going to be doing an update on my Pocket Traveler's Notebook, and I think that only a few things really have changed, but even if they aren't different, I think it's important to kind of show, an update of how it's going because truth be told, you know that a lot of us planners aren't very consistent with what we're using. So just to give a repeat of this year so far, I started only in a Hobonichi Weeks. It was the Mega, and then I ended up in a ring planner again, a personal size, which really didn't last long at all. I went right back to my Hobonichi Weeks, but then decided that I didn't like having the Mega, bought a regular Weeks, and I don't know, I was just in a funk. I still love the Hobonichi. I still love the paper. I love the layout. It really works for me, but I wasn't enjoying toting around this larger planner, which I understand if you take it with you in just like the form that it comes, that it isn't big at all. But for me and the way I live my life and how I carry a planner, I wasn't able to just have everything be as compact as I wanted it to. I want it to be in a leather cover because that's what I prefer, that's what I enjoy. And then I was having to go to work with this and then my wallet, and I just felt like I was getting out of the car and grabbing my water and grabbing my Hobonichi and making sure my pen was intact and grabbing my wallet and my AirPods. And I don't know, I just felt like I was always like, okay, this, check, check, check. And so I ordered a wallet insert. Let me grab it. I ordered the wallet insert for my Hobonichi Weeks, and I thought that that would just, solve all of my problems, which in the end, I didn't even use this yet. And a couple of people have asked. I have decided I am not parting with this yet. Maybe never, because I don't know if I'm ever going to change my mind and want to carry this alone again. And these take like a month to get from Odd Girl Journals. Brain fart. So it's not something that's really easy for me to get my hands on, so I'm gonna wait. And then I just decided that I really like looking through my Hobonichi and feeling like the pages are pretty, and I kind of stopped writing things down as much because I didn't want it to look messy, and then I was forgetting things, and it was just a vicious cycle. So I started thinking about what would work for my life and what would work to not replace the Hobonichi Weeks, but kind of complement the Hobonichi Weeks. So entered the Pocket Traveler's Notebook, and they've been working really well. I do reference my Hobonichi Weeks. I do reference my Hobonichi Weeks and update it once a day at least, but my Pocket I am in all of the time. In my last update, I was carrying it at the front of my Pocket here, this card holder with a little zipper thing in the back. And while I was using that, I was waiting on 2 orders from Odd Girl Journals. If I could just find the other one now. And I have them both here. I don't know where the other one is because I don't know. This one was my favorite, and I had mentioned to her that the one that she sent me for the Hobonichi Weeks had the stars present and the moon face, and that was and the numbers too even, and those were my favorite parts of the design. She doesn't promise you any particular piece, but she says she uses the most interesting parts of the design, and so I just thought it would be worth it to let her know the parts that meant the most to me. And so thankfully she included those in my design for my order. I have mentioned it before in previous videos. I don't often put things in here, rarely if ever. And I mean, you pay extra to get these pockets. is cost prohibitive maybe for some people to have the pockets. For me, I just like the way they look aesthetically and the structure that it adds to the notebook to add the pockets, even if I'm not using it. And then if I want to use it, it's there. So I always choose to go with the deluxe model. So the first thing that I have in here is my wallet, and I sometimes have change in here or dollars or whatever. I put my money in the zipper just to keep it secure. So if I do have money, it will be in here. I don't have any money right now. And then I have a few different like cards for a couple of different bank accounts. These aren't credit cards. We have like our main bank account, and then we keep like emergency money in one bank account and like extra money for like clothes or, you know, you're bored and you want to go out to eat or whatever. And it doesn't mean that there's a lot of money in any of these accounts. It's just kind of a way to keep things separate so that we know that like our groceries come out of this and our bills come out of this. And if we want to do something fun, it doesn't come from that account. Anyway, we know what they are, and that's the important thing. I still have a coupon for some beard cream for my husband and a receipt. And then our favorite ice cream place has like every week a different like chosen flavor. And so I stuck this in here so that we could see which weeks we would maybe like to choose a flavor, which is kind of not necessary for us to put this here because it seems like we always get the same things whenever we go there anyway, but I picked it up because I wanted it. This is just the back of that wallet insert. And then we get into the So Much Crafting insert, which I really thought I was going to decorate. And I still am not saying that I won't, but as of yet, I haven't. Because for me, it doesn't matter, and I don't really care if it's decorated or not. I know some people really live for that kind of thing, and they have to have like vellum and, you know, I don't know. This is functional for me. So I do like things to look nice, but it's not needed for me to have it look a certain way. But these are the So Much Crafting inserts, and this is the just the whole year in months in one book. So since we are ending April this week, I have my Ollie clip, and I have it clipped to the current month and the current day, week, whatever it is. I thought I would just kind of go through and show you how I use this. And for whatever reason, I always keep the first page blank. That's just the way it is in my head. So I've been using this for almost a month. Today is the 28th, and I started using this on the 29th. So it's been a month with me using this, which I know probably doesn't sound like a huge, like long time, but for planner people who often change things a month in the same system without any thoughts of changing out of it is kind of a big deal. So it's not a lot of pages used because I often have several days on one page, and that's perfect because it's just what I need when I need it. And if I need a full page for something, then I use it. Like at the end of this week here, I just went ahead and put down things that I needed to pick up this day after work. I took some space here and I wrote down the things that I wanted to choose for my custom Terra image from Pumpkin Paper Co. And I just like using whatever is my need for the time. I have used a little bit of washi tape here and there, mostly on the months, but I've kind of just been going out and trying some in my daily or weekly pages. So that is what this insert is. And then at the very back, I have added what my Hydrocolor watercolors are, because when the shop opens on Fridays, I want to make sure that I'm not purchasing a color that I already have paid for. And then I just have some pen testing there. And then I don't often add to this one. This is my little book full of notes and ideas and thoughts for our upcoming trip. And then I still have here that Chuck E. Cheese ticket, and then the paint sample for my office. And so that is what's inside of my pocket traveler's notebook. I also keep with me wherever I go another insert that if I wanted to have a chunkier notebook, I would add it in, but I like to keep mine very kind of small and streamlined. So my friend Vicky bought me these beautiful notebooks, and these are handmade notebooks, and they're beautiful. I will leave the shop below if you're interested. And because the notebooks are like so special and so beautiful, like they have, I don't even know what this is. There's probably like a description somewhere with the package that I got, but I'm drawing a blank on it now. And it even tells you like when it was made. So it says April of 19 and what this run was. So it was a run of 300 and this was notebook number 18. So yeah, these are beautiful notebooks. And so I've decided that with a notebook so beautiful, I was going to fill it with sermon notes. So I always have this with me on Sunday, and it's in my backpack, and I use it for sermon notes. So that is the only other notebook that I'm using that is a pocket that is not inside of whatever current notebook I'm carrying at the time. I used to always feel like I had like a favorite, and I never understood. I think that if you watch the Chic Sparrows if you watch the Chic Sparrows Q&As on Monday, you'll probably notice a trend. And pretty much every Monday, somebody asks Jennifer Harvey what her favorite notebook of all time is. And she always says whichever one she's carrying at the time. And I was always like, yeah, right, she has a favorite for sure. But honestly, now that I have 6 Chic Sparrows, I really enjoy just kind of changing them out with my mood or my outfit, or just like, hey, I haven't tried you today or whatever. And every time I'm like, wow, this is definitely my favorite. And then I go into another one and I'm like, wow, maybe this is my favorite. So I think they're all my favorite. It's just whichever one I'm carrying at the time. So I'm gonna believe you from now on, Jennifer. When you say everyone is your favorite and it's whichever one you're carrying at the time, I would totally agree. So that is my simple pocket setup. I hope that if you are a minimal planner as well, that you found something in here that may be helpful to you with your planning style or with what you need in your life right now. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And if you're new around here, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye, guys.